Let's explore environment variables in Node.js, focusing on how to manage configurations using process.environment and .environment files. This is essential for building robust and secure applications. Environment variables are key value pairs that exist outside your application code. They provide configuration settings for your Node.js applications. Consider these examples. First, API keys which store sensitive authentication tokens securely. Second, database URLs configure connection strings for different environments. And third, feature flags that control application behavior without code changes. Here's how to use process.environment. First, accessing environment variables using const port is equal to process.environment.porter 3000. And const database URL is equal to process.environment.database_URL. Now, using it in your application app.listen port, a function with console.log server running on $ and curly braces port closing curly braces and a closing backtick. The process.environment is a global object containing all environment variables available to your Node.js process. Always provide default values using the or operator, which is two pipe symbols to prevent undefined errors. There are a couple of ways to set environment variables. Using the command line, you can type export port equals 4000 export node_environment equals production, and then nodeapp.js. Another way is inline execution. You can type port equals 4000 node_environment equals development, then nodeapp.js. Variables set in your operating system are available to all applications. Variables set inline or exported are available only to that specific process. Let's talk about .environment files. Here's an example of how you can set up your .environment file. You can have comments like a hash symbol, database configuration, then database_URL equals mongodb://localhost:27017/myapp. You can also add API keys. JWT_secret equals your secret key here. API_key equals ABC123XYZ789. You can also set server settings. Port equals 3000. Node_environment equals development. The benefits of .environment files are that they're easy to manage because you can keep all configuration in one centralized file for better organization. It is also secure. You can store sensitive data outside your codebase and exclude it from version control, and they are portable, making it easy to switch environments without changing code. To use .environment files, you need to install the .environment package. You can type in your terminal npm install .environment. Then load the environment variables by typing require open parenthesis single quote .environment single quote closing parenthesis .config open and close parenthesis. Now you can use process.environment. Const port is equal to process.environment.port. Place the require.environment.config at the top of your main application file. For example, require open parenthesis single quote .environment single quote closing parenthesis .config open and close parenthesis. Const express equals require open parenthesis single quote express single quote closing parenthesis. Const app equals express open and close parenthesis. Const port equals process.environment.port or 3000. Here are some best practices for handling environment variables. Never commit .environment files to your repository. Add .environment files to .gitignore to prevent exposing sensitive data. Use a .environment.example. Create a template file with example values for team members. Use an appropriate naming convention using uppercase with underscores for environment variable names. Validate variables. Check for required variables at application startup. This is how to set up your .gitignore file. Add comments like a hash symbol environment variables .environment, .environment.local, .environment.development, .environment.production. Then a comment hash symbol node modules node_modules/ #logs *log. In summary, you can access environment variables in your Node.js applications for configuration management using process.environment. You can store configuration in separate files for better organization and security using .environment files. You can load environment variables from .environment files into process.environment automatically using the .environment package. And it's very important to follow the best practices, which include never committing sensitive data and using proper naming conventions for variables. Now you're ready to implement secure configuration management. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.